This is the plaintiff, Alicia Stewart. She says the defendant, her ex-boyfriend and father of her son, owes for a car he purchased from her, and he won't pay up. The guy changed his phone number and then fell off the face of the earth. But she tracked him down, and now she's dragging his sorry butt into court for the $2,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, Patrick Palmer. He says he paid the plaintiff plenty for the car, which she never transferred into his name like she should have. The only reason he's being sued here today is because he recently filed for joint custody of their son, and she's one unhappy camper about it. Owe her for a car? No way. He's accused of taking an ex for a long, long ride.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The defendant, the plaintiff's baby daddy, owes her money for a car that he hasn't paid for. But the defendant says that he has paid her plenty. It's the case of the wheels of justice grind really fast, at least in the People's Court.
Thank you, Douglas. Alicia Stewart?
Yes.
You are suing Patrick Palmer, you're the father of your child, for $2,000, the value of a car that you say he bought from you and never finished paying for, correct?
Correct.
All right, now the car is actually registered under your father's name, John Kane?
Yes.
You have power of attorney to represent him here, and
Yes.
you're the one who knows all the facts, right? Okay, tell me what's going on.
Well, he had recently got the car from my daughter, and she
I'm
was
sorry,
only.
what?
My dad had recently got the car for my daughter.
Your daughter's how old?
She was 14 at the time, which he thought she was 16 for some reason.
Wait, lady, what?
He got the car.
He who?
My dad.
Bought a car for your 14-year-old daughter.
Right.
Thinking she was 16.
Right.
Why? Because he doesn't remember how old she is?
Apparently.
And she lied about how old she is?
No.
She had nothing to do. She's like, what the heck?
No.
I got a car?
Right. I told him that she was only 14. He goes, oh, I thought she was older because she looks older. So he said...
Is he new in her life? No, I'm serious.
No, he's not new.
Is he senile?
He probably could be a little bit.
Okay, so what happened?
So he said, take the car, and so I just took it and wanted me to hold on to it for him.
What kind of car is this?
It was a 1992 Honda Accord.
Okay, go on.
And so at the time, I didn't want to maintain it, and so Patrick Palmer here he borrowed it a couple times.
What was he in your life at the time?
We were off and on.
So were you on or were you off when you handed him a car?
We were on.
That's the kind of thing I remember, but maybe it's just me.
Well, it's been a few years.
So you don't remember?
We were on, but we weren't like living together or anything.
Okay. Did you have a child with him at the time?
Yes, I did.
Okay, go on. How old was the child at that time?
He was under a year.
Okay, so go on. How many children do you have?
3.
Okay. And is the other child his or the other guy's or a third guy's?
No. He's only the father.
The father of the one?
The youngest.
Okay,
yeah.
and so go on.
And so after he borrowed it a couple times, then he decided that he wanted to purchase it. And that he didn't have the money to purchase it, but he would make monthly payments and pay the insurance.
Did you get that in writing?
I sure did.
Okay, may I see it?
You sure can.
This was what year?
2007.
Okay, it's 4 years later. How much has he paid you?
None. He paid insurance payments.
He paid you none. Why is it now that you're suing 4 years later?
Because I did not have an address for him.
You haven't seen him in 4 years?
Mm-mm.
Has he seen the kid?
Recently, yes.
No, in 4 years, how often has he seen his kid?
He did up until early 2009. He would see him every couple months.
So for 2 years, he didn't see his kid?
Correct.
And then what happened to change that?
He filed joint custody, and
I filed for joint custody after not seeing his kid for 2 years?
Yes.
What's your story on this? It's not funny, it's pathetic. What's your story on this?
She's missing a lot of things.
Okay.
So if she has a signed IOU from him, does motive matter even if she's doing it just to get back at him?
No, not at all. Those are two mutually exclusive issues. If one person made a commitment to pay somebody back, regardless of what their relationship is later on, they still have to pay them back.
You know what? I think you said it all. I think we're going inside the courtroom.
We were together, and we had a child together. We wasn't living together, as she stated, and I would see him a few times a month, and I would get him for a week at a time or so. And her father had gave her the car, and she said I can use it. And then she was like, "Well, if you want to buy it." And I was
so
like,
did you
yeah.
agree to buy it?
And I was like, yeah. I said, yes, I would like to buy it, so, but I don't have no money.
Okay.
So she was like, oh, well, if you sign this promissory note that you'll pay the money. I was like, okay. So I signed
So
the
did
note.
you sign a promissory note saying you were buying it?
Yes,
Okay, and how much are you buying it for?
$2,000.
And how were you going to make those payments?
During the course of me having the car, I believe I gave her approximately about $800.
Oh, so you do say that you made payments?
Yes.
Okay, and you say that you made $800 in payments?
Yes,
And do
it
you
was-
have proof of any of those dollars?
It's been 4 years. No,
Okay.
I don't.
So then what happens? Where's the car? What happened to it?
Well, I was over at my friend's house in Vancouver, and it broke down, and I called her and informed her, and she said, well, give me the address, and me and my brother can go and get the car.
Okay.
And I told her where it was at, and my friend kept calling me like, "Oh, you coming to get the car?" I said, "No, my ex is supposed to be coming to get the car." She never came and got it.
And why don't you go pick it up?
Because he did not tell me about that, and he never paid me $800 for that car.
I
at
don't
all.
understand. Why? There's a car. It belongs to you. It has some value. Does it belong to you? Why were you going to pick it up if he bought it? I don't understand any of you guys. Again, by the way, there is no promissory note that says I'm going to buy it. What there is a note that says I will be responsible for it. If it gets towed, I will pay to retrieve it. If it gets wrecked, I'll pay you $2,000. I'll give you the car back to you when you ask for it, and I will take my son on my days off and spend time with him, which is pathetic that she had to put that in writing, and spend time with him when I have the car, and I'll make sure I have a car seat. This is basically you loaning him the car that you don't have a use for because your father bought a 14-year-old a car, and then having it serve some purpose because at least your kid will get to see his dad, who apparently must not be this, father of the year in that department, at least at this time, where you feel compelled to put it inside of a contract, and then you're like loaning it to him. Then that changes and it becomes he's buying it, but that part you didn't get in writing, did you? Then when the car breaks down, instead of him fixing it like someone who buys a car does, he calls you and says, come pick it up. And your response isn't, that's your problem. Your response is, okay, give me the address. And why it is that the address is not given to you right there when you're on the phone about picking it up is beyond me. But you look at me and say, I call him and he didn't call me back. And, How do people live?
No.
I'm afraid of you crossing the street. I don't think you can handle it.
When we met back, when he got back in contact with me, I asked him about the car. He told me I was going to contact you.
You have a very different story about why 4 years later she sues you, right?
Yeah,
What's your story about why the suspicious timing?
Well, she up and moved, and going back to our child, I always saw my child, and it wasn't only because she was loaning me the car. I always seen.
Was there ever a gap between 2009 and 2011 when you didn't see him?
Yes.
Well, how come?
Because she moved.
She moved and didn't tell you where she
and
was?
didn't tell me where she lived.
Okay. Were you paying child support?
Yes.
Who were you paying it to?
The district attorney's office.
Okay, don't you think maybe the DA knows how to find your child since you're paying them child support and they're sending it to her? She's picking up a check every month?
I never thought about that.
Never thought about that. Never thought about that. I don't know. If I didn't see my kid for a year, 2 years, I would think about that. I would think that through. Well, instead what happened is you got joint custody, which would, P.S., what that means is you don't have to pay child support, right?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, that part you figured out how to do. And then you come into court when you find out that you're not getting any more child support because the custody arrangement is, because the money we all pay attention to. So now it's money time. Did you go back to court to fight the joint custody arrangement?
Yes, I did.
And what happened?
We go back to court.
Too stinking much. Now about this car. What you have in writing doesn't say he's going to buy it, but his testimony admits he's going to buy it. He then says, I called her and told her to go pick up the car. Why would it be her responsibility to go pick up the car if you, in fact, were going to buy it and had paid $800 towards it?
Because
Could you imagine telling a dealership that? All right, go pick it up. My car broke down. What ended up happening with the car?
The owner of the house towed it.
Towed it and got rid of it?
Yes.
Just said this junk has been here and I don't know whose it is and had the city take it.
Yes.
And then did you not get notices? Did John Kane not get notices that his car was towed? Or did you ignore him?
No, he told me a year or so after that they had called.
So it was at that house for a year?
I don't know where it was at that time. I don't know.
Maybe you should make it your business to know. See, that's a problem. I can't figure out which of you is a bigger idiot. Okay? Because see, you bought a car. You're telling me that this paper doesn't even say you bought a car, but you tell me that is actually factually the truth. That you agreed afterwards that you would make payments and that you in fact made payments and that you were going to buy the car. So you corroborate what she says, that you're supposed to be buying it. Okay? Then it breaks down and you go and you call. Can you imagine calling the dealership and saying, "Go pick up the car, it broke down, I can't figure my way out of a paper bag"? No. It's your problem and you need to pick it up and you need to hustle and work an extra job so you get the money so that you tow it to your place or you tow it to wherever you're going to tow it to, but you got to do something. Not you just, it's the path of least resistance. And then you know about it, you know that it's in a certain place, but I called it for the exact address, I didn't get it, so, whatever. And then your father's getting notices and then nothing happens. If the thing doesn't get towed, if your father didn't get a notice until a year later, that thing didn't get towed for a year, which is bizarre. It's sort of both of your faults based on what you've both told me, that this car ended up, in a pound, ended up getting trashed. What feels right to me is to award you half of the Blue Book value of this car. Even though I find, based on his testimony, that he was buying the car, I also find, based on your testimony, that you took it upon yourself to go ahead and retrieve the car. Because you did what a dealer wouldn't do, and then you didn't follow through on it. So it's both your faults that car got trashed. And therefore, the Blue Book value of the car is $1,475, and I'm going to order him to pay you $737.50.
Well, the judge rules that both parties are responsible 50-50. What's your feeling on how she ruled on this case?
Considering that she's still getting the $1,400, considering I paid $800 to her. Mm-hmm. The ruling was wrong.
You have to parent a child with her. That's mom to that child.
Yes, and I do my best to communicate with her.
Mm-hmm. Right around the corner there, okay? Let's see what do you have to say about coming out with half of what you sued for? The judge said she couldn't figure out which of you two were bigger. You heard her.
Right, which is wrong because he's a complete liar. He never paid a dime for it. He never told me where the car was.
Why are you fighting joint custody?
Out of the blue, he wants to be a father again.
That sounds workable, no?
No.
I mean, you don't want to give him a chance? Harvey?
Okay, you know what? When you're in a relationship and you loan the other person money for a big ticket item, I am telling you, you got to lock down what the terms of repayment are, if any. It will destroy the relationship if you don't. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.